Can still skate, didn't fall yet.
Let me warm up.
All right, got some more power on this. My brothers and I grew up playing ice hockey and golf.
I do miss skating. It's just like riding a bike, like everybody says, so definitely missed it.
All right, Mark, crossbar, left post, first shot. Oh.
PGA Tour cards up for grabs.
These are the PGA Tour's proving grounds.
Can you step up and make one of the most important putts of your career? They tour-level test.
You just gotta really grind, staying consistent, staying patient.
In a grueling season.
It is gut-wrenching for those guys out there.
Seems to be in shock a little bit. What just happened?
Tour hopefuls are sharpened into champions.
There's a lot of pressure. It's a great opportunity to get to where we ultimately want to go.
The singular goal remains the same: to earn a PGA Tour card.
On the Korn Ferry Tour, they are all just one shot away. For many of golf's rising stars, the Korn Ferry Tour is where dreams of making the PGA Tour are realized. It happens quickly for some, others require grit and determination. Every path to the PGA Tour is unique, and One Shot Away is back to document these journeys once again. Despite nearly 4 months between tournaments for these players, there's been plenty of activity outside the ropes. Charlie Saxon got married, Callum Tarrant and Dylan Wu are now engaged. And of course, they've all spent countless hours practicing and honing their craft. With 23 tournaments to go in the Korn Ferry Tour Super Season, the quest for a PGA Tour card continued at the Lecom Suncoast Classic.
Korn Ferry Tour back in action after more than a 3-month hiatus.
The first month and a half was nice to get some downtime, but after that I was kind of itching to get back out here, so I'm super excited.
I'm glad that we kind of got this little break out of the way. We're about to hit the summer in high gear.
As each player returned to action with high hopes, it was Grayson Sigg who powered his way up the standings with a tie for 6th. As did Dawson Armstrong, thanks to a strong Sunday.
That was the most confident I'd been over the ball. I was able to keep my composure, stay patient, give myself looks, trust the golf swing, trust the putter.
For Dawson, it appears to be natural. Putter just looks right in his hands.
I didn't really look at a leaderboard until after hole 17. I wanted to still perform as well as I could without adding that extra pressure of winning. Ended up missing about a 6-7 footer on the last hole to win the tournament. We had a 3-way playoff to see who won.
Dawson Armstrong, his first full year out here on the Korn Ferry Tour.
After a 1-hole playoff, Armstrong finished 2nd, his best result on the Korn Ferry Tour.
I was still really pleased with how I was able to put myself in contention. I feel confident, and confidence is almost everything on this tour, and it's just a matter of who can come out on top at the end.
Riding his own wave of confidence, Nick Hardy made noise on the PGA Tour in the off-season, earning spots the hard way by placing in the top 4 of the qualifier the Monday before the event.
Just 24 years old, he Monday qualified for this Sony Open.
It's not easy when you Monday qualify into an event. It's all about energy preserving and getting to know the golf course, getting comfortable on the fly.
Confident there. Nick moving along very nicely.
My goal was top 10, but you know, it was a 14th. It was a good week after Monday qualifying.
After his top 20 in Hawaii, Hardy had an epic run to qualify for the Waste Management Phoenix Open.
Nick Hardy, who was the last player in, birdied the last 2 holes on Tuesday morning to get into a playoff and then beat Anirban Lahiri in a 2-for-1. You talk about how pumped you get, Zing? Yeah, that's what it means.
I've always been good at Monday qualifying. I honestly felt more pressure in the Scottsdale event just because that's my home course. That's where I play and practice at every day.
Despite feeling the pressure, Nick finished tied for 42nd.
What an incredible week for Nick Hardy.
While living in Scottsdale, Arizona, Nick enjoys every minute home with his girlfriend Liz.
What numbers are yours?
3 and 4.
I'll get 2.
It's honestly great for me having a girlfriend that plays golf. She totally understands the commitments, the difficulty She's a great player herself. We compete against each other.
What are we playing for? Pride?
I don't know. Pride.
Oh.
That's 3.
Good one. Great chip.
2 in a row.
Stop it.
2 in a row.
Don't.
2 in a row.
You suck.
I'm done for the day. Not only is she my girlfriend and we love each other, but she really like betters me at what I do, and I think it's pretty cool. Nice.
Oh, hit it. Oh, don't hit it.
So unlucky. So she got really unlucky on the first one, but it looks like she just made the second one. Her best part of her game is chipping and pitching, so it's good for me to chip against her because normally she can beat up on me pretty good, but...
Yeah. We always help each other. Like, he might see something in my swing that I need help with, or I might see something in his golf swing that doesn't look right. Actually, you gotta get it, like, perfect.
You gotta hit it perfectly.
He's just getting better and better, and he doesn't give up. He doesn't like excuses. I love that about Nick. He's the strongest person I know. Doesn't matter what situation you give him, he'll always find a way to get through it.
Last chance here. You gotta get inside mine. Hopefully, I can build and do better than what I did last year. I'd like to get a win. That's the #1 thing on my mind. Putting myself in more positions to win.
Oh, set.
Uh-oh.
And that's out. I just got smashed.
You're a good loser, though.
No, I'm not. I need to work on my chipping.
I'm from Veracruz, Mexico. I was born and raised there. Came up in a very normal family, middle class, hardworking dad, hardworking mom. When I was like 15, 16, I went to a golf academy in South Carolina. All we did was play golf, and then that's where I fell in love with the game. I turned pro in 2010. I played mini tours. I drove 13, 14 hours event to event, and finally broke through in 2013 Q School.
I like his confidence with the putting. It's a lot of putts with a lot of speed going in the center.
Played Korn Ferry 14, 15, 16, 17, and then PGA Tour 18, 19.
Making the PGA Tour was his biggest accomplishment, but playing at the elite level caught Roberto Diaz off guard.
I think that the first year is shocking. At least it was shocking for me.
The big stage, when you've got the hopes of a country on your shoulders, can be overwhelming.
I never played in front of that many people. And now, I mean, it's like a drug, it's adrenaline. You just want to go back and do it.
Listen to the crowd response for Roberto Diaz.
I was playing probably the best golf of my life, and I lost my PGA Tour card. It was not fun. It really hit me. It hit me hard. I had a lot of sleepless nights, and I had a lot of doubts on me because I thought I would never be back. And then my wife and my agent, they really helped me out. We set up a plan to work on for 2020, and I played really good in 2020, and obviously this year I started the year great.
Welcome to the 29th Chittamauga, Louisiana Open presented by Mistras.
I started pretty good today. It was one of those days that the hole looks big, and my speed was correct.
Diaz started strong, opening with a 2-under round of 69 before firing 65 on day 2.
It's a good-looking putt.
Beautiful roll from Diaz.
But it was Braden Thornberry who shot the low round of the day on Friday with a 63 that included 9 birdies.
Braden Thornberry. Diaz a full arsenal of weapons, and he can go.
And despite going into the weekend tied for the lead, Diaz remained grounded, given his past struggles.
I'm happy where I'm at, and I mean, it's a lot of golf left. I honestly, I don't get excited anymore. These guys are very good.
Keeping things realistic is part of Roberto's game plan, but the off-season delivered extra motivation and recalibrated his mindset.
So right before Christmas, we had a baby, December 21st. It was definitely life-changing. Before, I couldn't wait to be on the road. Now I can't wait to go back. So yeah, it's tough to leave. I think that I play with less pressure. He doesn't really care if I shoot 80, 90, or if I shoot 60. He's actually going to be the exact same.
As important as his family is at home, Diaz has developed close relationships on the road, and in between events, he even caddied for one of his best friends.
He's one of my best friends, feel like my brother.
Yeah, what a shot from Abraham.
Having Roberto on the bag was really cool. I wish I could have him in the bag a little bit longer than just 1 week, but no, it was a lot of fun.
He's not an easy guy to caddy for. He complained about dirty clubs the first day, so. No, but he was great. He's a great support of the game. He knows my game well.
I feel like Roberto can really play with anybody. I can't wait for him to be back on the PGA Tour.
He actually gave me a couple pointers to change my mindset, and you know, it paid off right away.
Back in Louisiana, Diaz found himself in the final group on Sunday, along with Braden Thornberry and Peter Uihlein.
It's the first time that I have a lead going into Sunday. If it goes well, it goes well. If not, I find it and hit it again.
The last group, Veracruz, Mexico, Roberto Diaz.
And that is just perfectly executed. Well done indeed for Roberto.
Uihlein and Diaz battled it out with a decisive moment coming down the stretch, as Uihlein made bogey on the 17th hole. And Diaz held his nerve to claim his first career victory.
It's a monkey off my back, you know. I wanted this for so long, and now that I have it, it's like, it's awesome. This win means a lot for me, for my family, for my team. And I feel a lot of relief. I feel a lot of weight off me.
It was really cool to see him getting it done right after being a dad too, so I think that also helped change his mindset even more. But yeah, I was super happy for him. We FaceTimed right off the 18 green, which is pretty cool.
Got a special, my friend. He knows how hard it's been for me, and it was great. I mean, he knows how hard I work and how tough it's been for me.
Muchísimas gracias. Muchas gracias.
I can't explain how bad I wanted to win, and I did it.
Roberto Diaz and the Korn Ferry Tour then traveled from the bayous of Louisiana to the coastline of Georgia for the Club Car Championship.
Good putt there from Roberto.
Fresh off his first win, Diaz's momentum slowed, finishing just inside the top 50, right behind Nick Hardy.
It can wear on you, but it's filled with ups and downs naturally, and where that competitiveness comes into play is what makes it fun.
Building on his solid start, Dylan Wu finished tied for 22nd, his best result in 9 events.
156 guys competing every week, and to be one of the top 25 players at any given time is an accomplishment.
Dawson Armstrong, he's off to a good start as well.
Armstrong capped off his 4th round with a 6-under 66, earning his 2nd top 10 since returning from break, bolstering his confidence.
I feel like I'm good enough to be out here on a consistent basis, and I feel like I'm a good enough player to compete to be able to be on the PGA Tour as well.
Anytime you get a chance to play at the highest level, you take it, and you just got to be ready.
As the Korn Ferry Tour headed to Destin, Florida, 28-year-old Kamiyah Johnson was given a sponsor's exemption to compete in his first Korn Ferry Tour event.
I'm just hoping to take advantage of it, really capitalize on the opportunity that I'm getting to play out here.
And just 3 hours east of the tournament is the setting where Kamiyah's unique golf journey began.
Life before golf was it was a big question mark. I didn't know what my purpose was. My family moved on to a Holloman golf course in Tallahassee. Right here, G305 on the 3rd floor here is where my grandmother moved. You know, everything happens for a reason, so her moving here pretty much saved my life.
The first time I met him, I was playing golf, and I saw him 2 fairways over.
I was swinging a stick outside my apartment complex, and she comes over, and I'm like, oh, is she coming over to tell me like to get off the course?
And I noticed he had a really nice swing, and that's what caught my attention. I said, hey, you want to go to the range and hit some real balls? And he's like, yeah, and his face just lit up.
First day I hit balls, I was hooked. I was here every day after that, from sun up to sundown.
For the last 15 years, with the help of Jan and other supporters, Kamiyah would focus on his game and turn his dream of becoming a professional golfer into a reality.
From being where he was and just doing and fighting the way he's fought, he's just an amazing kid, and he gets it. He gives people outside of golf hope. Someone hears his story and says, wow, look what he did. And, you know, maybe I can do the same thing. Not necessarily in golf, but just being a success in life. I mean, he's done a lot of this himself, and I think a lot of people would have given up.
I'm a good product of, you know, what can happen when love comes together, and I've had a lot of help. It took a village to raise me. That's, you know, my message to the world is, you know, just look at, you know, what can happen if we all just kind of work together and just be one.
At the Emerald Coast Classic at Destin, Kamiyah was met with cold, windy conditions in his Korn Ferry Tour debut. Competing against strong winds and temperatures in the 40s, he finished the first 2 rounds over par and would miss playing the weekend by 4 strokes. Nick Hardy also struggled to put himself in contention in the first 3 rounds, but surged up the leaderboard after carding a career best 60 in the final round to earn his first top 20 finish of 2021. Meanwhile, Dylan Wu couldn't find consistency throughout the tournament and finished in a tie for 55th. But putting that result behind him, the rookie regrouped at his home course and continued his never-ending pursuit of progress.
There's 2 courses here at TPC Scottsdale Stadium and Champions. We've been practicing there for a little over 2 years. Doing everything with a purpose is really, really helpful. Even if you're doing block practice like what I'm doing right now, as long as you know what you're working on and it's for a purpose versus just swinging and kind of hitting shots just for the fun of it. I want to keep working hard and getting better, because the goal is not just to get to the PGA Tour. The goal is to get better and increase your skills so when you get to the PGA Tour, you stay there and you just keep getting better.
It's always good to take a break in professional golf.
See how this goes, guys. Something about just like walking into the rink, you can just feel the cold air. Just skating on the ice, just a lot of nostalgia, bringing back memories from when I was a child. I played ice hockey from 5 to 17. My brothers and I were pretty good.
Woo! That almost biffed it. Oh, I haven't skated forever.
It's probably the only team sport I played like really competitively growing up, that I really loved and really put a lot of heart and sweat into.
All right, got some more power on this.
You're on the ice for like 45 to a minute and 15 seconds, and it's pretty exhausting because you don't stop. It's just so fast paced. There's a lot more technique involved in golf. It's a lot more skill oriented. With hockey, it's kind of similar to other sports where it's more reactive and instinctive. You're just trying to get stronger to hit your slap shot.
A lot of hockey players stick handle growing up with golf balls because it's smaller and it's quicker. And I definitely missed stick handling a little bit.
Like, nobody's working on their hockey swing or their slap shot technique that much.
Oh, that is a whiff. Don't picture that.
But then also, it's just the individualistic sport of golf is just way different.
Whew.
That's probably why I like golf more.
Dylan Wu traded in the hockey stick for clubs in Las Vegas for the MGM Resorts Championship. Wu missed the cut, but Nick Hardy carried his momentum from Florida, securing his 3rd top 5 finish of the season.
We're going to see a lot more of Nick Hardy throughout this season.
Joining Hardy in 5th, Braden Thornberry carded a 7-under 65 in the 2nd round, helping him to earn his best result of the season. Also collecting a top 10 was Callum Tarrant, whose week was highlighted with a pitch-in for eagle during the third round.
The good thing about this tour is you're only a few weeks away from reaching the top level. So that's my motivation, just to obviously get into that 25.
After 28 events, Callum Tarrant moved up 3 spots closer to the 25, right behind Dawson Armstrong. Grayson Sigg and Brandon Wu are sitting in the top 10, while Dylan Wu is dangerously close to the cut line in 21st. 18 tournaments now remain, and the race to claim a card at season's end is in full swing. 18 chances to improve your position, or better yet, win, like Roberto Diaz, who leapt 13 spots in the season-long standings. The end goal is in sight, but the path to those coveted PGA Tour cards is still in motion.
It's what we train for. Hopefully can start playing some nice golf and keep it rolling through the rest of the year.
All of us know that if we put in a good kind of next 4 or 5 months, we've got a great chance to be where we want to be, and that's on the PGA Tour.
The journey continues right here on One Shot Away.